Today on Cynical Abe, I got my sleeves rolled up and my shit kickers on, because we're going to tackle a political question that's been running through the news a lot lately. And that is, where exactly does our money go? Now, I've devised a system showing basically the same as what you'd see in elementary school, explaining it with M&Ms and little candy cups. My system, just a little bit more accurate though. Now what I've done is I've taken a series of bowls to represent where your money is going. Here we have a bowl represents the banks. Here's a bowl represents corporations. The bowl here represents the rich people, since they're effectively where all the money from the corporation goes. The bowl there, that represents the government, kind of a central focal bowl. And this bowl here, well, that's other countries, what with the being any chuns and all. And now, the bowl that represents the American people and our shit. Now, we work hard for our shit here in America. I think we earn just about all the shit we get. But the government, right off the bat, well, it takes a couple of pieces of our shit and says, hey, I'm going to use this shit, divvy it up as I see fit. I'll give a little bit back to the people. I'll give a little bit to the banks. Give a little bit to the corporations. And I'll spend the rest paying off the debt that we owe other countries. Well, now the government ain't got no shit. So they say, well, I remember giving the people a little bit more shit, so we'll take a little bit more shit. Maybe even a little tag net just left over there. And then they say, well, now we've got more shit we know what to do with. We automatically have more debt from the other countries, so we'll give them some shit, and if we're lucky at the end of the month, maybe they'll pinch a nugget off and give it back to us too. And then we'll take the rest of the shit and we'll drop it in the laps of the American people. About half of what we took from them, we'll throw the rest back at corporations so that they can help build roads and infrastructure. And we'll take a little bit more shit and we'll give it back to the banks because we borrowed from them too, and that leaves us with a tag nut. Now the government's just about out of shit again, and they say, oh shit, we need more shit, so they're going to borrow some shit from the foreign countries, and while they're borrowing shit from the foreign countries, the corporations are going to give most of their shit back to the rich people and a tiny little bit of shit back to the normal folk. Keeping all the shit for the rich people. It's kind of like a filtering system. Now the corporation's out of money, it says, hey, I need some money from the government gives the corporation some shit, and then they say, oh crap, corporations are funding people, so we're going to give them a little bit more shit. But we owe the foreign countries what we did borrow from them, and all we have is a tag net to pay it back. So we're going to take some more shit from the people. We're going to take that shit directly into foreign countries. Those foreign countries are going to take that shit. Some of them are going to pay off companies, keep their business in the foreign countries, so the foreign country company is going to filter more shit back to the rich people, send a little bit of shit to foreign countries as well. Now our banks have a bit of shit, and they say, hey, we've got a little bit of shit, and we're going to lend shit to the people. But the banks can lend shit at an disproportionate rate. So we're going to say that this thumb drive here represents 10 times the amount of shit that the banks have. The banks say, we'll give that shit to the people. The people say, well, that's great. Now the government takes a little bit more shit, and the people, they're trying to pay back 10 times the amount of shit that they borrow, so they give a little bit of shit to the banks. Banks give a little bit of shit invested into corporations. Corporations ultimately split it up between the rich people and the other countries, which is effectively just the rich people's housing for all their money. Now all you have left is a whole lot of debt and barely enough shit to survive, and the government sits there going, well crap, we gotta give some more shit back to the people, so they pinch off another nugget and say, boom, there's your welfare, there's jobs. They send a little bit to the corporations, say generate some more jobs. The corporations say, alright, well we'll generate a little bit more job, we'll give you a little bit of tag nut there. We're going to take the rest of the money and give it to the rich people. So, in the end, you have the people with barely enough shit to survive, the government wondering where all its shit went, the rich people have more shit than they know what to do with, the banks are trying to collect on shit that doesn't exist in the foreign countries, using our shit to make their shit better. If you want to see more shit like this, and give me the thumbs up and subscribe. That's some good shit.